There it is, boys. It has been announced. Yes, the pre-patch dates are now out officially by Blizzard. July 23rd, the pre-patch, the pre-expansion update drops, and then July 30th, the Radiant Echo events begin. And the hype is real. I mean, look at people. Everyone's real excited, as you should be, because it marks the official end, basically, of Dragonflight and the beginning of not only the War Within, but the World Soul Saga as a whole. And yeah, I'm excited for it, boys and girls. I can't wait. So what exactly are we getting? Well, on July 23rd, we know that we will be getting the Warband updates. So Warbands will be going live. That's a great, exciting thing. It's going to change the game, change the way you play with alts, and change the way you basically do a lot of things in the game right now. We also know Visions of Azeroth will be starting as well. You know, players who reach level 70 will and have completed the final chapter of Dragonflight questline will be able to take their next steps in the story leading into the War Within first with the Visions of Azeroth questline. So that will go live as well. You'll be able to play that. Taking to the skies with Skyriding. Yes, Skyriding will be going live across almost all of your flying mounts at this point, and you'll be able to dynamically ride all over Azeroth and all over fellow players. Now, that second part, that's still TBD, probably. Answer the Radiant Echoes. This will be going live on July 30th. Now, this will continue from July 30th to August 26th. This event will go live, and we're going to get a little bit more into the details of this event, but it's basically, you know, these pop-up events that will be happening. You kill everything, gain a currency, and buy some gear. This will be a really quick way to level up your alts. It'll also, not just level up your alts, but gear out your alts as well. It'll also be a really nice way to get some gear for any of your Mists of Pandaria remix characters, which will be dropping on, I think it's August 19th. Those will be transferring over, so you'll be able to take those for about a week and play through these events. Not only that, but you'll be able to save up the currency from your other characters and use them on your Mists of Pandaria remix characters when they transfer over, because they're, of course, a Warband-bound currency. Now let's talk a little bit more about Warbands, because that's going to be a big feature here that's coming out with the pre-patch event. So Warbands preview and pre-patch, this was officially released by Blizzard yesterday. Blizzard will be expanding on a lot of this stuff, but here's what we're getting on that July 23rd release date. Upon first logging into the World of Warcraft, the Warband conversion process will automatically be enabled. Many of the game's progression systems and account-wide things will now be account-wide. Players will not need to log into each character individually for all progression items to convert. However, there will be a short wait time for systems to completely process your Warband the first time you log in. The Warband conversion process will take up to 20 minutes or longer. Depending on the amount of data being processed, there could be a login queue. Shit's gonna break. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna call it, shit's gonna break. We all know that Blizzard has patched things into this game before. It has caused major issues. I'm betting Warbands is going to be one of them. So prepare yourselves. Yeah, shit always breaks. Prepare yourselves to wait for login that day. Who knows if we're going to even log in on that day? That could also be a thing, but we'll have to wait and see. The new the Warband system is effective on all characters on the player's Battle.net account and items, collections, and progression they share. It's important to note that your Warband is limited to the characters within a single region, for example, Americas or Europe, but spans every realm, faction, and even subscription you may have within that region. So there you go. You can't really Warband your EU characters with your American characters, but everything across your account other than that is very much going to be able to be cross everything. So when you log into the game, you'll see the selection screen on your characters. Log in, yep. You'll be able to pick which characters are, of course, on your Warband login screen. Now, this part is new. Very important here. Look at this. You can assign 4 characters to one scene, with more scenes planned for you to collect in the future. Now, that's the first time I've read that. And this post, I believe, is the first time that has been posted. So this little screen here where we get, this is the default right here, the campfire screen. And that's probably what we're going to have for quite a while. But Blizzard has indicated in a recent interview that they have plans for future screen changes. So whether that's through achievements, boss kills, who knows what, you will be able to unlock new screens for your Warband login screen. So this could be, who knows, I mean, you killed the Lich King, maybe you have a Northrend, you're at the top of Ice Crown with your Warband, who knows what it is. I talked about that a long time ago, that these Warband screens could be highly customizable with whatever you want. I would love to be able to put different trinkets and all kinds of stuff in the background here. We'll have to wait and see how customizable these are. But the cool thing is we already know they have different scenes planned, so that means customization is coming for the Warband login screen. Of course, crafting around your band's equipment, there's going to be a ton of cool stuff for Warbands, and one of those things is Warband banks. So yes, you will have a bank account that is attached to your Warband. You can put stuff in there, and it's accessible to all of your Warband characters, which is really great because it was always, mail yourself stuff. Those days are gone. You'll be able to also deposit and withdraw gold from this place as well, so that's a nice thing for across-account stuff. All of these slots will not necessarily, all these tabs, I should say, will not be open when you first get it. You're going to have to pay gold to unlock these tabs. It gets into the millions, I believe, at some point, but there are 5 tabs that you'll be able to totally unlock at the end if you have enough gold to do it. Any non-soulbound items will be able to be stored in your Warband bank, and one really cool thing is actually when you log in, and I did this on beta, you will get Warbanding Together. This is a story quest line that begins. It'll take you out to Gadget Scan, and it'll eventually give you a Warband Bank Distance Inhibitor spell. Now, this will be able to basically allow you to open up your Warband Bank, a portal to it, anywhere in Azeroth, and it'll be open for 10 minutes. You'll be able to withdraw and deposit things from it. It has a 4-hour cooldown, so you're going to have to make sure that you know what you want to do before you open it. But really cool in that this Warband Bank will be available to you basically anywhere in Azeroth. Very, very cool. Sharing is caring. While gear is one of the primary forms of character progression in World of Warcraft, warbands make managing the collection and collecting them more convenient and for alternate character friendly. So that's great. Warbound until equipped will be something that we'll start to see on gear as it drops. Well, you'll see this little indication, which means this thing can be equipped on any of your Warband characters. Enhancing transmog collection, of course, is part of this as well. So not only will gear be Warband bound, but you'll be able to loot transmog for your other tunes while you're playing on one. So say you're playing on your mage, you'll be able to loot transmoggable plate gear. Now, you won't be able to transmog it onto your mage. Those same, restrictions will still exist where basically plate gear can only be put on a plate-wearing character. But you'll be able to loot that gear and for transmog purposes. So, the little transmog clickable ability here, you'll be able to do it for a lot more stuff than you currently can. Basically, for anything in your warband, you'll be able to do that. Now, there's still restrictions on it. Class-specific items will not be able to be looted, so you can't loot, say, warrior tier set transmog on your mage. That won't be allowed, but basically, a lot of other things will. So this opens up transmog across the board. Very, very cool stuff. Warband-wide reputation. Now, these reputations will start with Dragonflight's reps, so those will basically become account-wide reps. You won't have to grind them out on your alts anymore, but they will also be retroactive, so Blizzard's working on older reputations, and those will slowly unlock as we go deeper into the expansion. They plan on kind of, syncing all those reputations as we go forward. What is even the point? So you can't gear out my DK by playing my Pally. You can with Warbound gear. Yeah, so the transmog and the gear can be done. You just can't equip that gear. That's what I was saying. You won't be able to do that. You can't gear you cannot gear tier set. So if you're playing your DK and you see some plate gear that you want to give to your paladin, you can still roll on that and do it, just as long as it's not the tier set, a class specific piece. That's the only thing that's still restricted here. So there's a lot of points to it actually. First time quest rewards. Players can earn a bonus quest reward for any quest completed for the first time on their warband. An additional unique bonus will be granted for completing quests additional times. So that's really cool. Kind of working in the questing system into warbands, the monotony of doing the same quests over and over. Hopefully some of that will be going away. Quests will only deliver reputation as the first completed bonus, which is fine because those reputations are warband wide. On additional completions, the same quest for all players will earn bonus reward currency similar to the Dragon Isle supply chests instead of reputation. Again, because reputation won't matter once you've done that. Going forward, achieving greatness. Yes, so achievements will also be warband-wide. Getting those things done will be, much more fun because now you can basically gather some things on one character, do some on another, and of course the progression continues across your entire warband. Map exploration. Also, you've explored zones on some of your characters. It's been explored on your others. Sharing the wealth. Of course, currencies can be transferred. Really nice for those curios, those time warp curios, or any of the time badges from, doing the old raids and stuff like that, time warp badges. That'll be really nice. You can transfer them all over to one character, buy, say, a mount, and that's, of course, account-wide, so that'll be a really cool thing. And then shared flight points. Great. Nice quality of life thing as well. Yo, what is up, my dude? First time catching the stream, been seeing your reaction videos for a while now on YouTube, and I've always thought you had some good knowledge about the game, seeing as you agree with Pyromancer so much. Thanks, Frag. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, knowledge of the game, I'm sure that my chat will say that it's otherwise. But yeah, I like a lot of WoW lore. I dig really deep into it, and of course I like reacting to things. So yeah, happy you could stop by, man. Yeah, fuck off, you rat bitch. Look at that. It's like he's already been here for a long time, calling me a rat bitch. There you go. There you go. You now get it. Yeah, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. You fit right in. Moving on to the Radiant Echoes event. Now, this thing will be going live on July 30th. This will be basically the second phase of pre-patch, and we already know a lot about this. I've talked a lot about these things, but we'll just go quick, brief overview. So, confronting the memories of Azeroth. We know that this thing will be happening during the first week of the event. Zones will cycle every 90 minutes. Now, which zones are there? Those? We'll have the Dalaran Hub, Dragonblight, Dustwallow Marsh, and the Searing Gorge. These will be rotating around. During the second week, the events will become every 60 minutes, and then during the third week, every 30. So that'll be nice. These things will be happening more and more often as we get closer to the expansion. And these are going to happen in different stages. So in stage 1, players will need to defeat the congealed memories, which are basically blobs. You know, they're like a reskin of all the blobs that we've seen before in the game. Moving on, once you've defeated all those, in stage 2, you will defeat the echoes causing havoc in the zone. There are 6 random events that are active within the zone that can be seen on the map. So these will pop up as like these little radiant echo orbs on your map. You'll be flying to them and then basically landing and killing everything in that area. And then for the third part of it, you'll be able to undertake a quest in each zone during the event that will ask you to defeat one of the event bosses. So in Only Darkest, you'll see the Lich King, and the Broken Massacred, you'll see an Onyxia. And in Champions Waterlords, you will see the Fire Lord himself, Ragnaros. So getting those killed will eventually close out the event. In Stage 4, the Radiant Echoes subsides, but you can actually stick around and still gather the currency. The currency for this event is called Residual Memories. Of course, we know Blizzard likes to create a currency for every single event, and this one is no different. Now, if you stick around after the event is completed, there will still be a bunch of these random lingering memories, as they're called, and you could kill them to accrue more residual memories. Now, the cool thing is this residual memory currency is, of course, a warband-wide currency. So you can use it across your warband. You can build it up if you want to gear out your Mop Remix character, and you're still waiting for him to pop over to the retail servers. You can actually save these residual memories and then buy the gear. Now, what kind of gear am I talking about? The rewards for this will give you 480 item level with room for upgrades. So that's putting you very close to what would you consider that heroic rating at this point, and once you've upgraded it? Really nice to see. So that's a quick way to gear out real quick, you know, get all those characters ready to go. You can also get yourself an heirloom ring as well. Players will be able to purchase the Lifeless Stone Ring, which will be able to collect memories throughout the 3 event zones, combining them into an essence and infusing it with power, creating the Band of Radiant Echoes, a 227 heirloom ring. Nice for gathering up and doing more alts. Yeah, it's LFR gear. Yeah, you can upgrade it though, so I'm saying you push it up. You know, maybe normal rating gear at the end of the day once you've geared it, once you've pushed it high enough. As long as they don't fill up my bag, I don't care. Yeah, talking about the different warband stuff. What's the eye level looking up like for pre-patch? Yep, 480. But the thing is, these pre-patch events are not item level bound, so you can actually do these Radiant Echo events on characters that are not even cap level. You'll be able to use these events to level up. Now, I believe Remix is still the quickest way to level up, but if you don't feel like doing Remix, you can easily do these Radiant Echo events to level up your characters. These pre-patch events have always been a great way to level up characters really quickly. So here's all the gear. It's their swords, shields, all kinds of stuff. You'll totally be able to gear out your character in full with these things. Trinkets, a 32-slot bag. I believe there is also, I don't see it here, but there should be 2 mounts. There's the Griffin and the Scythewing, whatever they call the Horde version of that mount, and it's a Radiant Echo version of it. It looks like this, so it's got a skin on it that looks like that, and you'll be able to purchase that as well. Very cool. Real quick, the ability to transfer characters between Battle.net accounts will be discontinued once pre-patch hits on July 23rd. So if you plan on doing that, transferring between different Blizzard accounts, not transferring servers or anything like that, but transferring a character from one Blizzard account to another will be discontinued. Now, this is probably because the Warband system is so fragile that they don't want people transferring over a bunch of characters into one account and creating some kind of super warband and breaking the game in some way. So once the July 23rd date is hit, you will never, it looks like, never be able to transfer between your WoW accounts ever again. So if you want to do that, make sure you get it done before July 23rd. And last but not least, for my retail, non-retail Andes, I should say, the classic Andes out there, Season of Discovery is now live. That went live as of July 11th. There will be new world bosses that go live on July 18th, and then Molten Corn and Ixia's Lair on July 25th. It's Phase 4 of Season of Discovery.
Let us lay waste
be happy.
to this realm.
Cam, thank you for the sub on YouTube. And with that, we close out the news.